Dire team ban.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Korean Dota 2 League. I'm LD of Beyond the Summit. We're casting Zephyr versus MVP Phoenix Best of 3 Tier 1 Korean Dota League action. I am joined here today by the best manager in the universe, the one, the only, Charlie Monolith Yang. Hey, Charlie, how you doing?
Good, good. I'm glad that EG Money changed your tune.
It's funny how that works, isn't it?
Money, money, money.
I have principles, I swear. I swear. Then you see the EG Money and it all goes out the window. Oh boy. Oh boy. We're gonna see the Ember Spirit first pick. That Sand King ban from MVP Phoenix. That's some respect for Bambo, perhaps. Or as well as Aosin, who's been playing it quite a bit.
I think that's a Aosin respect ban. That guy is...
Yeah, and then the Nyx for Bambo. Yeah. Getting my Impales mixed up.
Aosin, big deal Dota?
He is a big deal. He really is. He's a big deal on 4chan. Did you know that?
Wait, what?
That's like Aosin's roots as a Dota player. Like, 4chan loves him. He's 4chan's representative to the competitive scene. I don't actually... I have not witnessed this myself. I go by what he's told me, but... I'm pretty sure nobody else really uses 4chan.
That's not real. That's not real. That's got to be a troll.
No, I don't...
4chan representative.
Well, he's not like he's not elected. He's like the only decent player on there, so by default, he's their representative. He's never told you? Like, he plays in like random 4chan in-houses and stuff. Apparently they have those.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah. Today you learned something.
I did. Also, Ember Spirit got picked.
Yeah. Glad to see him getting played a lot. One of my favorite pub stomping heroes. How legit do you think Ember Spirit is? I
think he's pretty legit, especially in the right lineup. If you run him the right way, I think he can be ridiculously strong. That fire shield thing, that's ridiculous. And the fact that like he's so mobile too. He does a lot of bursts, and he can do a lot of and he has the potential to do a lot of damage late game as well. It's pretty good.
Yeah, he's one of those heroes that if he has a good start, can get really out of control. Like the other spirits, like Storm, I would say in particular. So in that way, he is kind of similar. But Zephyr get a good hero to deal with him, and Lion. All of his escape mechanisms not going to help him if they just show up with the insta hex and lockdown there. But that being said. Zephyr are going for some fairly weak laning heroes in the Prophet and the Lion, so we'll have to see if MVP can punch that.
Lion's been seeing a lot more play lately. It's become like pretty popular, especially with that new hex change.
You mean with like the 4-second hex?
Yeah, and then 2 seconds at level 1. That's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah. It's he's really underrated, I think, or he was for a while anyway when he first got changed. Where it's like, yeah, Lion's not a good support, and I would say Fluff and stuff was one of the first players to really start picking him and using him a lot. Also, there was DK who ran it a lot for MMY, but Fluff would just like smoke really early with Lion, even at like the level 2 or 3 mark, and even though he's not the best laning support, he's still quite a decent ganker if he gets in range. So we'll see what they look to do.
A while ago, that's how Liquid always played, though. They'd always smoke around, like, 2 minutes.
Yeah, and then at 4 minutes.
Yeah, and then they'd go run mid and try and do something there. It's very well documented.
I mean, the thing that always drove me insane was then when Fluff would use all his smokes just to go place wards on his own. And, like, sometimes it was game-winningly good, and then other times it's like, man, I really wish we had a smoke right now.
You know, he still does that. He still solo smokes into the enemy jungle to throw down a ward.
I feel like it's not... it was, like, every time, though, and now it's a little more balanced, like, when he does it.
That's true. Yeah, I don't see them, like... I don't see the liberal use of smokes as much anymore.
By the way, Charlie, apparently people cannot hear you in-game, so if you can turn on your in-game mic, that would be great.
Alright. It's on. How the hell do I...
It's on like Donkey Kong. Hopefully... Do you see the bar moving?
No.
Okay.
Okay, I enabled open mic, and now... I don't know, the bar is not moving.
Alright, go into your Steam settings, and make sure you have the right device selected in Steam. Oh boy, this cast quickly turning into a tech,
Oh,
tech support line. What have you done, Charlie?
Alright, carry me while I figure this out.
Okay, so MVP Phoenix go Mag, and they have Elk, so they are going for like the big right-click, Ultra GG, one Slate of Fists to roll them all Ember Spirit. And he's gonna hurt. That's a lot of minus armor. If he goes Desolator and has Empower, Lion is like two Slate of Fists and he's just dead, no question. So I'm actually liking this MVP draft quite a bit. Zephyr going for a pretty solid, like stable draft. Lifesteal or Prophet, Timbersaw. I guess, is this a Blitz Timbersaw mid? I guess that's what I'm wondering. Like it could be, I guess, a greedier, like old school Dignitas draft, but we don't see teams go for that too much anymore. So if they need another support here, the Sand King's been banned out, and I guess the question is, what is Big Deal Dota Aosin going to play to round out this draft? Or are they going greedy and looking to pick something else up, running the Prophet in the jungle, the Timbersaw offlane, and then something for Blitz solo mid? I guess we'll have to wait and see. MVP expects the standard draft. They ban the Rubik. Rubik Lion 2 setup supports. I don't really think the best combo, to be honest. And both very level dependent as well, but we'll see what Zephyr does here. It's a Tide! Oh man. That's a lot of AoE. And I think Charlie's still working his mic. We'll see a Bat Rider from MVP Phoenix. Great initiation, great single target pick-off potential. So it will be a Purge Tide Hunter. Now, it is worth mentioning that having someone like Tide is a great way to counter-initiate against MVP's AoE combo. If they go in on you, and then they go in for the big RP, you still have Kraken Shell. Ken looks like he's disconnecting. I think his computer officially died. But, yeah.
Yo, I'm just restarting Dota.
Okay. Yeah, so when you go with the big RP, having Ravage and Kraken Shell to counter-initiate is pretty huge. So, excited for the Purge Tide Hunter, though I'm not sure how it will pan out. Very greedy supports from Zephyr, running Lion and Tide. Two heroes that do a little bit in the laning stage, but definitely much stronger later on. Whereas MVP, Alk Visage, pretty scary at all stages of the game here. So, on that note, we'll go ahead and introduce our teams. Guys, this is Korean Dota League Tier 1, a best of 3. And on the Radiant side, we've got MVP, March going to be playing the offlane Bat Rider. We have 4Ev on the Ember Spirit, Ryzen, the Visage, Dubu playing the Alchemist, as well as Heen on the Magnus. And on the Dire side, you've got your NSL Season 3 champions, 1-0 so far in the Korean Dota 2 League. Purge on the Tide Hunter. That puts Blitz onto the solo mid Timbersaw. Bambo on his signature offlane Prophet with a very common build for him, which is this Blades of Attack first build. Pretty good 1v1, not so good if you get ganked. We'll see how it pans out. Aosin, support Lion, Corey on the Lifestealer. And that does conclude our player introductions. Charlie, we good?
I think I'm good.
Okay. If the bar's moving and it's on, then you're probably good. If the bar's not moving, you're probably not good.
Okay. I don't know. I think I'm good.
Okay. You sound very confident, by the way.
No. I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. Cool.
It's moving. I'm in, guys.
Okay. Welcome to the game, Charlie. So, tell me what you think of the lanes here. Mag mid versus Timbersaw. Boring. We have offlane Bat against the tri-lane, but he's taking out all the trees except for one lone survivor. So good luck killing this offlane Bat. Boots first as well.
So I think Timbersaw is going to take a dump on the Mag mid. At least it should. Because, you know, he's just going to Whirling Death, and Mag's going to lose a bunch of HP because he's a strength hero.
I like that image, by the way. Man,
Wait,
look at March. Just getting, like, clowned on top lane. Aosin doing a lot of damage. Bat's base damage nerf really does hurt him in this situation. Really hard to trade effectively with those supports.
Yeah, Aosin's doing a pretty good job of keeping him out of EXP range.
Yeah, it's a little dangerous if you let him get on top of you, but especially he's boots first on the Bat, and the Lion has no boots, but looks like the Bat is just going to play it safe. Actually, they don't know where Purge is. Although now they do. He rotated all the way bottom, and they go for a little dewarding, so Tide off the lane.
Yeah. Bambo's gonna have a rough time though if he doesn't get these. If he doesn't get the pull with the treants off, and it looks like he didn't, so He's gonna have a rough time down here.
Yeah, tried to disrupt the double pull, I guess, and wasn't able to do so. I just moved my camera there late, so
he might just head into the jungle.
yeah, Blades of Attack first. I mean, it's pretty greedy build when you're expecting to tri-lane. He will get a regen rune here, but there's gonna be an Alk stun, and Visage is on the move. That is not a long enough stun, and that'll be that. Well, he is creating space. 2 supports chasing him around.
I think MVP is okay with that though. He's barely got anything right now. Oh, he just hit level 2.
Yeah, and they also Purge rotated off the top lane, so their Bat Rider about to hit level 3. March is killable for sure in this lane, but not an easy kill by any means. It's where he needs to overextend. And let's see if they get the initiation off here. Only a level 1 Impale. There's no boots on the Lion, but they might just be able to get in range. No, he's running. Even if they get him, I don't know if it's far enough. But go for the Gush Impale, but he can just Firefly over the ravine, and that ain't gonna happen. In fact, Aosin, gotta be careful. Yeah, well played by March.
I think with March's positioning, to go for that was a little bit optimistic out of Zephyr.
Yeah, he's really like hugging the cliff and also just staying right next to that terrain that you just can't follow him over, so...
He's got boots.
It's also a level 1 Tide and a level 2 Lion, who just got his level 2 Impale. I want to say with the level 2 Impale, I don't know if they would have killed him, but it would have been a lot harder for him to get away.
I don't think they would have killed him.
Yeah.
Like, March's positioning was really good. He was hugging that left side.
I think Bambo's bored, because he keeps on TPing top.
Yeah, he doesn't have much to do down here. After hitting level 2, he hasn't gotten a single lick of EXP.
Yeah, and look at the mid lane. I mean, you mentioned, and I agree with you completely, Timbersaw favored, but if you're Mag, you can just sit back, bottle Crow, and still get quite a bit. And in fact, Blitz not really doing much to keep Heen out of the lane. Both of them sitting neck and neck so far.
Yeah, I would expect Blitz to be doing a little better, be playing a little more aggressive. Like, he should definitely be able to keep that mag like from getting easy last hits.
Yeah, just walk up, hit him with the Whirling Death, and start right-clicking. And if he tries to trade with you, then he's going to come out. Yeah, he's going to lose. But he seems content. I've noticed, like, when it's not Storm, Blitz tends to play fairly defensively in the laning stage. When he's Storm, it's like he knows exactly when he can go for the kill, but I still feel he's not that comfortable in other solo mids.
Yeah, and he just missed that Whirling Death on Heen. Like, that's important. Like, to get every bit of harass you can, especially when you have the matchup advantage. If you don't use that, then you're sort of, that advantage goes away.
Yeah. Good news, I guess, is they'll have some good mobility in the mid game, but I am looking at this offlane Prophet level 2 to the level 5 of March nearly. And you just gotta wonder, was the Prophet offlane just sitting there for Bambo the right move? Ryzen's level 3, they haven't really kept the Visage down that much. He's looking to make a play mid with the Haster, and Dubu's level 3 as well, so their supports are getting out-leveled, and their offlaner is getting out-leveled, so on all counts, Zephyr are really struggling in the late stage. They're down 2k experience. That's a lot.
Bambo will get a lot of experience from this wave, and that'll help him out a bit. And something I would have liked to see from MVP is when they know that the wave is pushing up, it's a level 2 Furion. I feel like the 2 supports should have just smoked up and dived him behind the tower.
Yeah.
So that he didn't get that EXP.
Yeah, and it's an Alk Visage with Ember Spirit, level 6. That's a really easy kill, but so far they're content just to let him be and get the trade, I guess, in the off lane. So.
Well, yeah, I mean, they gave him a free level, and in the meantime, the supports didn't really accomplish much.
Yeah, Alcro mid, Ryzen's been pulling, he picks up an invis, but Purge's earlier D-ward and ward ensure that one is spotted, so not really doing they're not really getting aggressive, but now they smoke, and now they're ready to move. Blitz did see the invis picked up, so... And they know they got D-warded here, so they should expect a dire ward, but is he going to get caught anyway? Alk stun gets channeled, but I think Blitz is too far away. Alk's going to stun himself at the enemy tower, but Blitz just timber chains away. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Bambo, oh no, a Fiery Bowl is already used, should be able to TP out. Yeah, he'll get away. Or Searing Chains. I always get all those abilities mixed up.
Yo, I don't know any of the new names for... Or I don't know any of the names for the new heroes.
I think it's... I want to say it's Fiery Bolas and Dota 1. Maybe I'm just thinking of something else entirely. I don't know.
No, I think I do remember it being Fiery Bolas.
Now I just feel like a retard.
No, you're right, you're right. It was Fiery Bolas in Dota 1.
Okay. Thanks, Charlie.
No, I got your back.
Thanks, buddy. I got your back as well.
Nice.
We were in the lobby chat, and Blitz was saying that Charlie's a horrible manager and Schober's the best, but
he's such a hater.
I would say type 4 if Charlie's the best manager, and type any other number if Schober's the best manager. I'm pretty sure I know who's going to come out on top there in the fair contest.
Remember, chat. I have EG money to disseminate.
But only if you're good and play nice. So on the back of that failed gank, Zephyr do a little catch-up, I guess you could say. Experience pulls closer their way. MVP have not done too much stacking. Well, actually, no, they have. They have 2 double stacks now. Running Ember Spirit and Mag and Alchemist. I mean, this team can rice really hard in the woods, so if they want to play passively, I would like to see them keep that. And Bat, for that matter, so looks like it will be a triple stack. Yep, they're going to get a lot out of the jungle.
Yeah. I guess what's pretty unfortunate is I feel like MVP could have done a lot more with the early levels on their supports. Like, they could have punished Bambo a lot harder and punish his mistake to stay at the tier 1 tower bottom.
Yeah, and he had Blades of Attack first, didn't even have his boots for a good, like, 4 minutes, and was posting up aggressively, like, moving up to this region, and at that, or if they, like you said, if he wants to hug the tower and they just want to push with the wave, they could have gotten him there, too.
I like his decision now to move into the jungle. I think he should have done that sooner once he realized that he's not getting anything.
Yeah, agreed. And he's not gonna, at this point, even if Ember doesn't solo kill him, he can just jump him and force him back to base. There was a smoke, and Dubu as well as Ryzen moved towards mid. Blitz was checking, looks like he's checking the rune rather late. They don't actually have a rune ward up right now.
Yeah, their map is pretty dark. Except for, oh, Yosin just placed one.
Oh, they're waiting for Bambo. Is he gonna come defend this tower? Don't do it, Bambo. Don't do it. The supports are off the map. Like you said, they're really in the dark. They don't know where the supports are. They just got a ward up at the Ancients, but they don't actually... I don't think they even saw the rune in the first place. So either way, they're gonna play it pretty safe. He's still not level 6, though. He can't really defend this.
Yeah, I don't think Bambo's gonna go for it. The supports are just wasting their time now. They had a really good advantage in the beginning over the Zephyr supports because they got those double pulls off and Batrider was fucking with their jungle, but they've sort of squandered that with the 2 failed smoke ganks.
Is this a Battle Fury Ember? Battle Fury Rush?
This is a Battle Fury Ember, dude.
Man, I don't know. I've seen quite a few Desolator Embers. I've yet to see a Battle Fury Rush Ember in a pro game. To be fair, I have not been watching that much Dota the past few days, but
it happened today, I think. In it was either the Dream League North American qualifiers or the Star Ladder North American qualifiers. One of them, someone went Battle Fury Ember.
Yeah, it is against a Midas Rush Lifestealer, but if it turns into a prolonged farm war, you are not keeping up with an Ember with Empower and a Battle Fury on his side. No way.
Yeah, I'm not...
For now, they're fine, but...
I'm not entirely sure which I like more. I've seen, like, 2 school thoughts on this. I know Fear typically goes, like, Drums, Vanguard, or Drums into Vlad's Desolator, and then a bunch of other people, they go, like, Battle Fury and Crit and other stuff.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it seems... In general, if you want to just AFK farm, there's better heroes for it. Like Anti-Mage can do a lot more with it in terms of split pushing, solo killing heroes.
KDL,
yeah. I'm partial to like the Desolator or what have you. And if you want to go for like a late game Battle Fury, I think it's actually a pretty legit later on item. But we'll have to reserve judgment. He does have a Magnus backing him up, and that's definitely a factor here where you can just have that overwhelming amount of AoE damage.
That's true, and Fear plays with RTZ, so he can't really typically do the do the. I'm gonna rice the entire map because that's what RTZ does.
Yeah, that's definite. Doesn't matter what hero it is, there'll be a Midas there at some point. And constant bottle crawling. MVP do have one Blink Dagger up on March. Ryzen only level 4, still no ultimate. We're almost 12 minutes in. Very underleveled on the support Visage. Whereas you look at Purge, he's getting close to Ravage. Doesn't have it yet though, and Heen just picked up Blink. This is a really scary window for Zephyr. They do not want to be fighting without Ravage, and without the Lion level 6, and they'll just have to play defensively. They have not seen the Blink yet though on the Mag. March also has a dagger. I hope somebody does something with all these daggers. It's 12 minutes and nobody's died yet. Yeah, this is not Korean Dota, man. This is bullshit.
this is absolutely bullshit. How come nobody's died?
Whenever I watch Lysander cast Korean Dota, it's like everyone is dying constantly. It's just like feed after feed, you know, suicidal aggression. What is this Dota? What is it?
I feel like we're getting swindled. This is my first Beyond the Summit cast, and I'm just getting swindled here.
Oh boy. Yeah, March, he used that blink. Blinks right in on the creep wave. Completely crushes it. Beautifully done.
Excellent use.
Nice aggressive play from March.
Is intimidation? Is that intimidation play?
This is interesting tower trade Dota going on here. Although I don't know if it's gonna be a trade. Mag has a TP and a haste. No Blink Dagger though. Where the hell is his blink already? Deliver the damn thing. But they're gonna defend this tower. This is real bad if Zephyr died. I feel. Here comes the TP from the Mag. Dubu channeling the stun. Purge walks in. They do get the first blood. The Mag actually go TP to the tier 2. Then he comes in, jumps RP, but doesn't get the skewer off. Now the Ravage. Purge got 6 from that engagement. Skewers through, does not connect on the Lifestealer. They bring down 1, but Corey's going hard. They do try to bring him down. Can they in time? One more right click. They get him. He actually, I think his corpse landed in the well. Yes, it did. Bambo's fishing for a place to TP to, but can't quite find it. So, actually turned out a lot better for Zephyr than I thought it would, to be totally honest.
Things happened. Actually, I think that was pretty bad for Zephyr. I mean, Corey died. His Midas is off cooldown. Who else died?
Holy shit, he's already got a Battle Fury. 100 CS at 14 minutes. That is impressive.
That's really good. Holy shit. Oh, a lot of them are actually probably what's it called? Treants?
That's true. Well, Bambo wasn't in the lane for a pretty long time. I think a lot of them are jungle creeps because he did have quite a few camps stacked, but
oh, okay.
Yeah, he's actually not as farmed as the Lifestealer, but Lifestealer was involved in 2 kills. It's still a pretty fat Ember Spirit.
Well, right now they're about even.
Yeah. We'll see if that remains the same, though. Really hard to see the Lifestealer keeping up as the game goes longer. Zephyr are doing a nice job. They warded the Ancients earlier, though, and we haven't actually seen MVP attempt to de-ward yet. I'm not sure if they've actually noticed it's blocked yet.
Yeah. I think right now they're content when stacking the smaller camps in the jungle.
There's your Midas for Bambo. Not bad.
That's a pretty late Midas.
Considering how the game started for him, I guess it could be worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now they realize it's stacked. The pings come out, but this is the worst as a support when you're like, oh yeah, it's warded, and then you go to de-ward, and the war was about to expire anyway. We'll have a tactical disconnect here from Purge, while Zephyr think things over.
I wouldn't be surprised. He's the kind of player to do something like that.
Gotta catch your breath, you know, get your head back in the game.
Maybe go to the washroom and warm up your hands.
I don't know anyone who's ever done that in the history of Dota. Hey.
Hey, we don't need to point fingers. He's on a respectful organization now.
Yeah, how did that happen? Speaking of swindling. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
He's a good guy at heart. But, yeah. Blink Dagger's off cooldown. Ult's up again for MVP. Level 11 on the Mag. I would like to see more aggression from MVP. Let's see some smokes here, some ganks. You know Ravage is on cooldown. Now it's back up, but that is one thing they can look to abuse. Ravage is essential for Zephyr's teamfight, and RP and Lasso both have much lower cooldown. So I would like to see them take advantage of that.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to see them look for fights right now too. Like they have a Nature's Prophet that only has a Midas pretty much right now at 16 minutes.
Well, since we won fights, they want to farm. It's just Murphy's Law of casting, I guess. There's a Glyph top lane. Tower's in deny range. Corey's gonna go right for it. RP's available, but with Rage there, just not a hero you want to jump, or is it? At the same time, they know Infest is on cooldown. Heen's lumbering forward, but with no Force Staff, ain't gonna happen.
This is a really farm-heavy game, considering MVP has 2 Blink Daggers right now.
I mean, sure, they've got the Ember Spirit with the Battle Fury, but the Ancient's rewarded for most of the game, and he's still only... Oh, speaking of that Ember Spirit, they go in on him bottom lane. He almost falls, but he's going to port away to the Spirit, but Bambo's ready. Can he deny to the Ancients? No, not quite. Just caught the tail end of it, but Finger got used, and I guess the Flame Shield just wasn't enough, or maybe it was on cooldown.
Well, no, it was... I mean, it was on. It's just, he got fingered immediately, and then just got right-clicked down by like 4 heroes.
Yeah, a lot of magic damage there. But, I mean, it is what happens when you go Battle Fury Arcanes first. You're sitting on like 900 health or 850, something like that, and this is a very vulnerable window for Ember. And he's actually going crit next. No drums, no BKB. BKB would be really strong this game as well. I'm not a big fan of this, to be honest.
No, I think he should definitely be getting a BKB here, because he's super squishy. Like, he's gonna go in there and he's gonna get Hex, Impaled, and Ravage. Like, the weakness of Ravage is when players buy BKB. Like, you don't like most teams don't like picking Tide against I guess BKB heroes that typically get BKB, because in fights, like, you just become useless.
Right, and that's the point of the hero later on. He doesn't really offer you. Gush is okay, Anchor Smash is alright, but at that stage of the game, he's pretty much a walking Ravage, and if it doesn't do anything for you, then, you know, you could have a Lion, you could have a Rubik, heroes that are going to contribute regardless, so... Well, for now, Purge will have opportunities to remain very effective. Super effective, in fact.
Who do you think takes this if this goes late?
I think it just comes down to the fight execution. I wouldn't say either team has an overwhelming late game advantage. I would lean towards MVP's late game, but hold that thought. There's a lasso in. They pull Purge in. Questionable. The Ravage comes out, connects on everyone. Everybody's still alive, but Heen brings them down. In spite of pulling Tide in for a free blink, it might work out in their favor regardless. Bambo's low, but not dead yet. Now Corey. Is he going in or is he running away? Rising cleans up one on the backside. Looks like the Familiars got that kill. And, well, in the end, a 3-for-1. It looked really bad, though. Like, they gave him a free blink into that fight, but didn't matter anyway.
I think my audio's cutting out.
And Blitz, trying to run. Can they bring him down?
I think my audio's cutting out.
Yeah, you're a little laggy right now. You just repeated
it. Is it me or you, or is it...
You sound fine on my end. But
okay, I don't know, maybe it's me. Hashtag production value. Oh well, it's okay now.
Can we blame you so that I look better? Okay.
Well,
if it's better, then that's all that counts.
How's that my fault though? How are you just gonna blame me like that?
Well, because
Do I have to pay you more EG money?
If you're offering, I'm not gonna refuse. But yeah, I mean they lasso Tide into the middle of the fight and still won the fight. So. That's pretty good sign for MVP's ability to take fights right now.
Yeah, that was... I didn't think that's typically not the target you want to go for, but I guess it worked out for them.
They tried to stack it so that like they would RP him right as Kraken Shell proc and then just kill him, but the timing wasn't quite there, and the Kraken came off after the RP, and then he just ravaged, hit like 3 or 4. But there was just no follow-up, really. And I mean, that's where MVP forcing Ravage when the team's not ready to follow up, it's not a wasted Ravage, but it's just not good enough. And I think the other key thing is the Ember came into that fight super late. Like, he showed up after all the big CC had been used. He didn't jump in right as Ravage, Finger, Hex were coming out. And if 4F can arrive at fights late like that, then MVP should be in good shape.
Yeah, I think, honestly though, I think if this goes late, I'd actually rather give it to Zephyr.
Yeah, just the Prophet, Hex, Lifestealer, and Fest Bomb combo.
Yeah, and I think like, I guess in a one-on-one fight, I think Naix takes it over Ember Spirit.
Yeah, Ember's not really like a 1v1 carry hero. He's not like a Void or a Lifestealer. He's much more of a general AoE DPS, like, bring everyone low or clean up when they are low. But he's not going to win man fights very often.
And I'd like to see him, be more active. Like he has those like fire remnant. Like he does ridiculous amounts. He has a lot of presence like throughout the entire game. I'm not really feeling it right now.
Yeah, in spite of how MVP had control of the laning stage, their offlane was crushing. Their supports were out-leveling Zephyrs. And Bambo is, kind of late to retreat to the jungle. Still, it's a very even game, and this is with them having an even tower score 2-2 overall. And Ember having 194 CS. He's only 1k gold ahead of the Lifestealer. Even if he's got like 4 or 5 items, if Lifestealer gets Abyssal Blade and you just get caught, or Prophet gets a Hex and you get caught, I mean, like you said, I think if it goes late, then it's where MVP's winning depends not on the Timbers or the Embers farm, but it depends on, like, do they have a really clutch RP, a really good lasso gank initiation?
Yeah, it's all going to depend on initiation now.
And both teams trying to get the upper hand there as we see a double smoke. And here comes March. Very aggressive. Is he going to find anyone? This could be bad. Purge walks in, then thinks better of it, runs away. Meanwhile, they found Aeson. That's a hero you want to catch off the bat. And that's a dead lion. Yeah,
I think that's
much better target than the Tide.
That was an execution mistake out of Aeson. Out of big deal Aeson. He threw out an auto attack at the Batrider. Like he could have just instantly hexed him and got away, but decided to throw out the auto attack instead of hexing immediately.
Do you know if he plays with auto attack on? I'm guessing like he didn't notice him in time or something.
Yeah, I have no idea. Honestly, he might have been looking somewhere else, or paying attention to something else, and probably didn't see the Batrider until it was too late.
Where's those Spidey senses from Aeson Dota? I wonder if he used up some of his mojo in the series. Did you see the series their first Korean Dota League best of 3? It was sensational, but there is a big dive onto Bambo bottom lane. Then he gets caught and just eviscerated by the crit. Poor Ev. Well, if he crits like that, then maybe he can take the snakes, but he'll need some more.
Wow,
that was such a sad Bambo.
Oh wow, that was pretty legit. 800 damage crit. Pretty much just 2-shot Bambo.
Can't argue with the RNGG.
No.
They might find Ryson here, though. Doesn't have familiars in position. Aeson lumbers in, gets the Hex off, and there's a finger available. They might have to use it. Zaps him down. But here comes the counter gank. For prepping with the Spirit. When you're playing Ember, you always want to have that escape ready. Don't leave home without a way out if you're a squishy carry like this guy. And now they go in on Corey, but Ravage is available. Purge unloads it, barely clipping 4Ev, but the RP's probably better. In comes the Ember, big damage done this day. And now Bambo, driven off by the support Alk, while the real chase comes on the backside. The Ember trying to kill off Purge. He's low, he's not dead yet, but I think he'll fall. March continuing to chase. They are also pursuing Bambo. He turned around and killed off the Alk. Meanwhile, they bring him low. He goes for the TP out, but it gets canceled, and another crit slaps him down. They're still chasing. They get 3. Now March in no man's land. He's pulled a Bambo of his own, and he'll pay with it. He'll pay for it with his life. And then the TP out. So when it's all said and done, a 3 for 2. And every big ability was used there as well.
Yeah, that was a pretty good trade for MVP. And I think my audio went to shit again.
This Ember is just not dying. 1900 gold, keeps on farming. Actually, Corey's still keeping up. But Corey's gone for very mid-game heavy build. Went for the full like YYF build, not just the Sanjin Yasha, the Armlet Drums, but all 3 of them together. Can still go Abyssal, and he does have great initiation from the Prophet, but I feel if this is going late, Zephyr need that Bambo Hex, and he's going for a ratty build here with the Necro 3, so it's just going to be hard to find pickoffs without a Hex on Bambo.
Yeah, I don't know if the ratty build is what he should go for this game, because I mean Ember Spirit's pretty decent at, like, they have an Ember Spirit, Batrider, like all those heroes are pretty decent at picking off
yeah, they're good at stopping the split push.
Yeah.
In fact, I'd say all their heroes are very good at defending split push, except maybe Visage, who's like okay, but You know, Alk's very good at it. Mag's really good at it. It's kind of an odd choice. Maybe Zephyr just feel like they have no other option, but I would rather see a Hex at this stage of the game.
Yeah, so would I. I mean, it's not like they can't fight MVP head on. I feel like if they got the right items and like position themselves correctly, it's still easily within their hands.
I guess the other option is they just rely on the Ace and blink, but I mean, if you blink in, even if you get that kill, you're almost certainly dead if anyone else is there to counter-initiate, and, you know, he's not global the way that the Prophet is, so it's still kind of a limited vehicle in terms of what it can really offer you.
Is the Ember Spirit, is he getting a Linken's? I would love to see another battle. I would love to see another Battle Fury, I'm not gonna lie.
So legit. Then we just need the Rapier after that. And we're good. We're good to go. No, I think it's a double Battle Fury, honestly. Like, I guess it's okay versus the Blink Hex. As I just completely missed a kill mid on the Visage. Sorry about that, guys. Looks like Corey just manned up on him. Not much he could do there. And they are descending on top. Bambo leads the way. And 4Ev says, I better get the hell out. But he doesn't have a Spirit ready. Oh, no, he does. Just barely had one. Can you see this on the minimap, actually? Because
can I see what?
Are you able to see like the spirits on the minimap as an observer or no?
No, I can't.
Like on the minimap, not on the map.
Oh, on the minimap, no.
Okay. I feel like you should be able to, just kind of keep track of them, but well, I definitely did not see that one. Now he's got the Empower. It's already maxed. This is gonna hurt, man. I
would love it to...
It is another Battle Fury. It is another Battle Fury, Charlie. Here we go.
Excellent. Excellent. I approve of this choice.
Okay. I definitely don't approve of this when you already have a Battle Fury and a Mag, but I approve of it because I want to see it.
Yes. But that's all that matters. That's all that matters.
The good thing with this is you can one-shot every single wave, pretty much, with your Slate of Fist. Even without
this is some man-up Dota right here.
They've gone in on Corey. There's no blink on the Tide to get into the range for the fight, but Corey is strong for now. He rages, and then he'll just back out. Purge could not counter-initiate quickly with Ravage. They're still going in without the lasso. And Ember is just... That is the one thing I love about Ember, is how you can just, like, casually, like, siege them, kind of like the Luna Glaives, except even hits harder. Just Slate of Fist in, and they all lose, like, half their health.
Oh, I don't know what happened there. Like, So March blinks in, he grabs the Nakes for the full duration, and nobody hits the Nakes. Like, I understand you don't want to clump up, but I think the Ember Spirit should have at least like walked in there and given him a bunch of right clicks. Instead of he just like Fire Remnanted it out.
Yeah, he's just... I mean, when you go this build, that is the... As he completely whiffs on the creep wave, but... he is still a glass cannon. Like, one Hex and he's pretty dead. So... I mean, this is why you would expect to see a BKB at this stage of the game. Man, look at that cleave.
I'm enjoying watching this double Battle Fury manliness.
How many Battle Furies are we gonna see here from 4Ev?
I hope we see at least one more.
The triple Battle Fury, then rounded out with a Rapier.
This is exactly what I would like to see. And then if he wants, he can sell his boots and he can go Battle Fury. BKB. I'll accept that.
Yeah, just a bootsless BKB, triple exactly. Battle Fury, Rapier, Ember Spirit. Hopefully.
This is the build I would like to see.
For Zephyr, I feel it's pretty much the same story of what we were talking about earlier. Like, without a Hex on Bambo, there's very little they can do. The best they can maybe do is infest bombs from Aosin, but MVP just have really good counter initiation. You blink Hex initiate. If Mag's there, he blink RPs. If Bat's there, he blink lassos. This is not a team you just want to casually lifestealer bomb into, unless you know they're off on their own.
Corey did pick up his Basher now, though.
They go on Blitz, they pull him down, but just not the best choice unless they can keep him chain stun. Lifestealer focusing Ryzen, who has a Ghost Scepter, lives for now. Blitz trying to survive, completely airballed RP from Heen. He gets nothing but air. Now the Ravage to fly. Purge nails it. That's 2 more down. The Ember bringing them low, but he will fall, I believe. Yes, he does. 3 dead. Could be more. Dubu tries to take the Tide with him, but he'll pay with his own life. Blake, Impale. Down she goes. Triple for Corey. What a bad, bad fight for MVP.
Yeah, this is what I guess if you're in MVP shoes, you're worried about with this certain lineup. It's so much harder for them to get off a good fight. Like all Zephyr has to do is sort of position themselves okay. Like the room for error on Zephyr is a lot higher is a lot higher than it is for MVP. For MVP to win now, like they have to execute really well. It's on them to make sure they do it right.
If I'm being totally honest, Charlie, this is a pretty trash can build on the Everest Spirit.
Yeah, you got bots.
Look, what is this build? Oh my goodness.
This is the greediest shit ever.
The only thing he didn't do was get a Midas first, but otherwise he's got all his bases covered.
If this is very close to being RTZ approved.
He needs a BKB. Like, as much as I'm enjoying this Battlefield, it's like, what is your plan? Like, the only way it works is if he shows up after all the CC has been used. That is the only way, and that's basically, like, expecting your team to have perfect initiation and Zephyr's just to be awful. But they will find Blitz here. This could be a pretty easy kill. In comes the Ember over the top. He tries to Timber Chain out, gets disrupted, commits suicide. Good composure under pressure from Blitz. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Dubu also easily brought down. There's no lasso to counter-initiate. There is an RP available. But Zephyr just gonna lumber to freedom.
Yeah.
Looks like they should escape. Yeah, well, I mean, if they just keep on catching heroes, then it's a fine build, but it's generally builds that rely on your opponents playing really poorly are not good builds.
They're gonna live or die by this Ember Spirit build.
They really are. He's actually getting out farmed too. I can't believe it, but Corey is keeping up in net worth. He's actually down 80 CS. Sure, some of it might be neutrals, but that's quite a lot. But
he's got that Midas cult though, and he has like much higher and much more efficient team fight contribution than the Ember.
Well, he's 5-1 and 5. The Ember is 2-2 and 6. He's just like you said. You wanted to see him get involved more. He hasn't really been that involved.
Oh, but man, that cleave though, that cleave.
Uh-oh. They go in. Keen maybe gets clipped here. Nope. We'll put a stop to that. And I thought I saw a Basher. Nope. Guess my eyes are deceiving me.
A Basher on...
I thought I just saw the... What's-his-face get bashed, the Timber, but I think I'm just seeing things. There is an Abyssal Blade on Corey, though. So that's pretty bad for MVP. And there was an initiation attempt by Eos and Dota. Keen's lurking on the backside, but there's a dire Observer Ward here. The second he goes down this hill, he's in no man's land. They won't go for it, though. I'm a little sad that we have not seen a 5-man RP crit. Oh, no. Oh, my God. He just melts. Oh, my God. Spotted by the dire Observer.
Live or die by those Battle Furies.
You know, the problem is he doesn't have his third Battle Fury, Charlie. If he had 3, he never would have died there.
He would have farmed that camp faster and would have moved on to the next one, and they would have never caught him.
Exactly. My thoughts exactly. Well, that's Roche. Even if he buys back, he's not getting there in time.
Well, he has bots. He can get there in time if he buys back.
I guess. Yeah, there's a creep wave mid, that's true. Are they gonna go for it? 47 seconds on the buyback. There is a Ravage available. Abyssal's online. Zephyr, well, lacking mana on Aeson. That is the one concern here. The double familiar stun comes through.
Yeah, if they check that.
Oh, I mean, they know. March definitely knows. There's a buyback. He's botsing in mid. Onto the catapult he goes. But now, they'll retreat out quickly. And Dubu. Oh, Corey could have had him, but the crits! The crits come through! And Forev instantly annihilates two. The buyback also comes out. They're not going to give this one up without a fight. Holy mackerel.
Holy shit.
Damn crits, and they're not done yet. Into the pit they go. Purge is here. Ravage to fly. Aegis has been snatched. They get the last hit on Roche, but they don't get the Aegis. That goes to the Ember. That's his prize to hold. He comes through again with another Slate of Fists. Not enough yet to get the kill, but drops Purge low. Over the top he flies. That's got to be 3 or 4 kills this fight. I think 4 already. Looking for more. If they don't focus him, he's going to clean up. They gotta focus this Ember, but they can't. It's a triple kill after the initial double kill. Zephyr bought back on 2, lose another 3. Essentially, it's a team wipe. He'll clean up the creep stack on his way out. Well, the Battle Furies paid off there, Charlie. They most certainly did.
Holy shit.
Okay, I might have to eat my words, and I'll never have been happier to do it if it turns out to work.
Wow.
Oh boy.
That was...
And now Bambo on the run. Gotta hold that Searing Chains for a little bit. Wait until he TP's out. He drops it right away and still gets the kill. He just picked up, what was that, 6 kills over the course of that engagement, and that final kill bottom. So, we wanted more involvement. Well, now he's got a 3k gold lead on Corey.
Wow, Aosin just melted in the beginning of that fight. Holy shit.
What a crit lord. Jesus Christ. Did he get a double crit there?
Yeah, I think he got a double crit, and there were 2 of them next to each other, so he got a double crit with the cleave.
Yeah, and then Magnus just waddled in for an RP, which wasn't even necessary. They just died to the crit, but you know, I think even MVP was surprised by that, because if the Mag saw it coming, he would not have used RP there.
Yeah, I mean that would have been a 3-man RP if they didn't die so fast.
He stole all their thunder, and he is going triple Battle Fury.
Oh
my goodness! I can't believe it. It's actually triple Battle Fury. It's not butter, but it sure looks like it.
This is legit. It's really not legit, but I'm so glad I'm watching this.
Well, the first game was pretty one-sided, pretty boring. This one, anything but. Still very even in terms of gold experience, but let's be honest. This one, all we want to see is a 5-man RP from Heen and 4 Ev over the top with like 4 or 5 crits and just get the solo rampage to win the game. At least, as much as I'm friends with the Zephyr guys, for pure entertainment value, I don't think you can beat that.
No, I want to see this triple Battle Fury work out.
It's happening, Charlie.
This is legit, man.
Well, they're farming the enemy jungle for now. We see Zephyr just trying to spread the map. Bambo is still just hilariously poor. 40 minutes in. Necro 3 just barely complete. Boy, he would like a Hex right now, but doesn't have it, and it may cost them against this ultra greedy Ember Spirit. At this point, he cleaves more than he actually like directly right-clicks. Just from the triple Battle Fury, it's over 100%, and then throw the Empower on top of it. He's cleaving for what, like close to 150%? Something like that.
Each Battle Fury is what, 35, 70? Yeah.
155, I believe.
Yeah, this is pretty ridiculous.
But if he gets Blink Hex, he's just dead. So it's a game of cat and mouse here.
Honestly, I think if he, after that fight, if he had gone BKB plus Lincoln's, I think it would have been really hard for Zephyr to win. But
even though they had the 2 big crits, yeah, I completely agree. It would have been much easier for MVP to take the fights. But this is more fun.
He's all in on this cleave, man.
And now there's the refresher. So a double RP into a potential Alk stun into the familiar stuns. Yeah, if they get the combo, even like half the combo, I think that's enough. Here comes March. He scouted them out. This roaming party. Oh boy. Oh no. Not like this, Zephyr. Not like this. Right as Corey comes out, the RP flies. They've got the double. They'll drop it now, but there's no Ember for this fight. He's only now just arrived. Can Corey make his way out? He's got it in fast. Nowhere to run. Cleaves through the heart. 4F cuts him off at the knees. Just a really timely rotation through the jungle by the Bat.
If I go silent, it's because your audio went out.
Okay. Well, I stopped talking, so that was intentional that time. But,
okay, yeah.
Oh, I don't know. 4Ev's got to be careful. If this Leicester buys back, he does not want to be in the front lines, but actually the buyback's still on cooldown for a minute. I don't know if they wrote it down, but they must just expect it's not up. Bambo tries to split push, but it's not going to be fast enough. They will have to come and defend this.
This should be a set of racks for sure.
I just love the zoning power that Slate of Fist gives you. Like, you walk in to even, like, get near your tower to throw a Chakram. Great, I jump out with the Slate, and if I get a crit, that's a third of your health already gone. Bambo unable to really scratch. Can't even put a dent in that tier 3. The first RP is coming online soon. They have not completed the Rex just yet, but no Lifestealer. The way lies open for MVP here. One lane now exposed. We'll take down the melee. The ranged is next. It's a 1-for-0 exchange, and there's no way to cancel that TP. Meanwhile, Bambo doing what he does best. Oh, no. Not like this, Bambo. Bambo, please. There's your crit. 1,400 damage. Almost one-shots him. Yeah. That was pretty one-sided there, Charlie.
Welp. What do you think he's going to go for next?
For Ev?
Yeah.
It's gotta be a rapier, right? It's gotta be a rapier. I mean, you can't go triple Battle Fury and then back off for a BKB. That violates several laws in the code of Man Dota.
This really does. Like, I'll be very disappointed if he gets, like, anything other than a rapier.
Yes, there's only one right choice here. Let's see if he makes it. The funny thing is how easily he will fall. Like, no chance against this Lifestealer 1v1 whatsoever.
If he actually gets a rapier and then just gets like blink hexed and then he loses it and Bambo picks it up, Zephyr is actually right back in this game.
No, I think Zephyr's won if Corey gets a rapier, and he will go back for the BKB. I've never been more disappointed than ever in my life. This is the most disappointing moment of my life.
You know, when my parents told me that Santa Claus wasn't real, that was not as big of a letdown as this.
You know, like that first girl that you ask out and she rejects you? This is worse than that for me. Forev, you're breaking my heart, man. You're killing me here, Smalls. But they want to win, and you can't argue with a BKB from an actual winning percentage perspective.
That's true, and and March has a Lincoln, so he's just gonna keep on Lincolning the Ember Spirit. So this is legit. This is, like, honestly the right decision, but a very disappointing one.
Then again, the triple Battle Fury I still would claim is not the right decision, but it was definitely the more entertaining choice. Here they go top, though. So Boots of Travel in. Suddenly Bat's here as well, and Bambo is going to feed again. Nowhere to run. Nowhere to hide. Just a quick, easy kill for the double Boots of Travel bros. The fire bars, really. It's like Mario and Luigi here.
Dire's bottom tower is
kind
under
of.
attack.
Was there like a green Ember Spirit?
Oh, yeah, Mario and Luigi was not the correct reference to make here.
Okay. Yeah, I just kind of like try it, see if it sticks, you know, throw shit at the wall, but it's sliding down the wall. It's not sticking, man.
It really is. You didn't throw a wet turd. It was more of a, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying right now.
I sucked you into my life.
I'm not a professional caster.
Oh boy. Well, we've all had our moments. They almost got Forev with the Blink Hex stop, but he will retreat out, and now Aosin's got to be a bit careful here. Familiars are going to be able to stun in, oh, no, about 20 seconds.
Yeah, I think MVP has a pretty solid handle on this game now.
Yeah. I mean, they need buyback on 4F, though, because still if he gets caught, he is just dead.
No, he has buyback now.
Yeah. And the Aegis, who do they give it to? Heen? Probably Heen.
Yeah.
This mag can be really manly in the upcoming fight. And they effectively do have a Linken's on the Ember with the Linken's the Bat picked up earlier. So, and quite a nice choice versus the Lion, actually, I gotta say.
Yeah, this is MVP has been after the 3 Battle Furies, pretty smart about how they've gone about this game.
Let's see if they get the RP, boys. This is what it's all about. They're gonna start with a Lifestealer initiation, just a casual jump in, but they've caught Corey during the rage. Now the double RP comes out. They look for another. This one's also pretty good, but where is the Ember Spirit during this fight? Now, over the top he goes with the BKB, cleaning up Purge, Blitz on the run, but there's a buyback from Corey, and now the BKB ends. He zips out quickly. The Tide dies, buys back immediately. It's really not even the Ember doing most of the damage in this fight. Now he jumps through. That one hurt quite a bit. Corey and Fest, is he popping back out? He does. Now he's on the run. Another cleave through. That'll be it. They didn't really break the base here. The Aegis has been popped. Now on the run is Blitz. But can they finish the job? He gets stunned. He starts taking big damage. That's another kill for him. Zipping back in. Critting forward. Brings down Tide. He wants Bambo as well, but he just can't quite find him. Great movement with the spirits there in the midst of that fight. My goodness. That was a really sloppy fight, but it worked out quite well. And now they found Corey. There's a lasso online. Keep on right-clicking. They'll bring him down. Nowhere to run. He just bought back, and it's GG. Zephyr just lost their first game of the Korean Dota 2 League. Granted, only their second match, but a great opening here for MVP. Triple Battle Fury. Easy rares, perhaps in the offing for MVP. Dat Ember. Dumb crits. I stopped talking, Charlie.
Excellent. I got some audio issues. Sorry, team.
Yeah, you got some issues. Audio aren't the only kind, but...
Wow. What happened to my EG payment?
We're gonna have to renegotiate that.
You're supposed to say good things about me. What the hell?
Well, you're a wonderful sunflower, Charlie. Thank you for joining me for Game 1. Are you sticking around for the rest of the series?
I don't know. This is difficult because I can only hear like half the things you say. And then when a team fight happens, I can't hear anything you say.
Okay, well, we'll talk it over during the break and see what we come up with. But in case you do leave, where can people find you, follow you, support the best manager in esports?
You can follow me at Monolith Dota on Twitter. And that's pretty much it.
All right, well, Charlie, thanks for joining me. You can follow him at Monolith Dota, guys. I'm LD. You can follow me at LD Dota. We're going to take a very quick break here. When we come back, we'll be live with Game 2. Zephyr trailing 0-1 in the best of 3. Stay tuned.